People don't really understand Brownstone. We have countless friends that were very, very close friends. The girl that this song Rocket Queen is written about, her life is history. I mean, she's alive, there's not much left to it. We have countless other friends that have spent, you know, upwards to like 50 grand on rehabilitation. They can't get away from drugs. It's a very sad thing, you know. We can't even hang out with these people because, you know, you go to say hi, and next thing you know, the conversation turns to drugs, and you go, well, I got to go take care of business because you don't want to be involved with it. And it's kind of sad because, you know, we grew up with some of these people, or at least me in LA I was out there for 7 years, the last 7 years, you know, and I've, you know, lost at least 5 or 6 people that I hung out with every day. Yeah. So Brownstone is just about having a battle with it, and, you know, and wishing you never touched the stuff and trying to get away from it. Trying to take vacation and destroying everything around me because I can't calm down. I don't know.
I'm a wreck when we're off the road. I don't know what to do with myself.
Like you hear about like Joe Walsh destroying hotel rooms or whatever. I just destroy my apartment and then rebuild it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily fun, but it happens. But you find yourself in a situation where, like, you know, we were all pretty much troublesome kids. And now, a lot of the things that you used to do as a kid for fun that you might have got away with, you're not going to get away with now. And also, they might be stupid things. So, I don't know, it just escalates into a point where, you know, it's like throwing a TV out of a window is boring. Let's see if we can drive a car off the roof, you know. Put a brick on the pedal. I had a very, very strict upbringing. I wasn't allowed to listen to music, except for old Elvis Presley and Jimmy Swaggart gospel records.
The coolest thing.
I mean, this Jimmy Swaggart thing that's gone on in the last few things is like no big surprise because I was raised on Jimmy Swaggart religious tapes from when I was 5. We had a reel-to-reel deck and we bought them all. This just went on, you know, for years and years and years, and then finally I was, you know, accused of doing drugs and drinking and all this stuff that I wasn't doing. And I was kicked out of my house for not cutting my hair, and it was above my ears at the time. And I was 16, and, you know, and at that point, I just said, well, if I'm going to be accused of all these things, I might as well find out what they're all about. And, you know, and so I just, you know, maybe I got on a wrong track, but I seem to have pulled it together somewhat on my own. And it took a long time, and it's still, even to this day, I still have to deal with, you know, coming to grips with certain things that happened during my childhood and certain things I wasn't allowed to do and allowed to hear and everything like that. So I'm still exploring every field of music I possibly can. And I feel like I got a lot of catching up to do.
A lot of energy, you know. I mean, we're just like 5 kids. And basically, you know, all the work and stuff that goes into what we do is generated by these 5 guys. And now there's a whole, you know, countless people that are involved in what we're doing, and we, like, are sort of the bottom line on a lot of people's careers at this point, you know what I mean? It's like some people, we're the only band that they work with, you know? It's a sort of strange responsibility.
But then if you're too much of a pain, you know, they can find someplace else to go.
They can still get another job, you know, they can put, I worked with Guns N' Roses on their, what do you call it, you know, those sheets that you fill out.
The blacklist, the red list, whatever.
Oh, you survived that?
Guys, you'll never work in this industry again. It's getting to be more exciting thinking about it all the time. I don't know what it's going to do in terms of sales or our following, but it should be, for us, a very weird experimental process and coming up with a lot of new things, because Appetite for Destruction, a lot of the material written on that was done while we were in the club scene. in LA. That's over 2 years ago. You know, sometimes 3 years ago, some of it. And Anything Goes was first started about 4 years ago. And so during this time, we've had a lot of time to grow and mature, I think, lyrically and musically. And the next record, we get to like fuse this all together and see what we come up with.
It's a strange thing because we're gonna, you know, actually, it's different because we've had a long time, like you said, about, you know, growing and stuff as musicians and as just as people and experiences and things. And I think when the tour is done, you know, and it's time to sit down and just put music together for the next record, it's going to be a completely different situation. It's not like we had years to put a song together or whatever. You know, things change over, you know, course of years. Me and Axl met at a certain point in our relationship, you know, with me and him and, you know, us and the rest of the band and stuff has changed. And it's like we're going to sit down and start writing songs, like it's hard to explain. It's going to be like sitting down and just putting all this years of experience down, you know, and trying to write however many songs we're going to do. And I don't know, just put it in a certain time frame.
Yeah,
just like
a lot of material done.
together.
It's like a lot of people right now are getting turned on to Appetite for Destruction like it's brand new. And we still have the same momentum behind those songs as we've always had, and we still find something in them and we get excited. But, you know, the next record for us will be like anywhere from a 2 to a 4 year jump. And a lot of people, you know, are going to get that jump in 1 year's time. And I think it's going to surprise a lot of people.
Solos and stuff. Like, you know, my own, like one place where I get to do guitar solo and stuff. It's never anything that I made up or on the, you know, like before the show or a couple days ago. It's always just like made up on the spot, you know.
There's a lot of improv. And like I'll go skateboarding behind Slash and he doesn't know it, and that's a lot of fun. Or I like to go out in the crowd sometimes, like while he's playing, and mess with him.
Yeah, I ran out into the crowd the other night and I'm wireless now, so it's a new thing. So I go running up into like where the monitor board is, and all these people are going, "Oh my God, where's he going?" And the
security's chasing him, there's kids chasing him, and he's running full speed.
Meanwhile, they got little low steps. I almost fell. I hit some step. I was like, oh God, I didn't even know they were there. Live playing is 50% of what we are about as far as a band, maybe even more than that. I mean, you record, I'm one of those people that enjoys recording, you know, even though we've only done it seriously once. I mean, I like to put everything into it. And then to go out and play it live is, you know, the other half of the other side of the coin, you know. It's great. I mean, it's the best. Playing in front of a crowd that's, you know, really enthusiastic is one of the best feelings you can ever have, you know. It's the most fun. It's great.
We like playing our songs. Also, it's like, you know, I give the light people and everybody a hard time because I don't like to follow the set list, because I like to go off the feel of the band and the feel of the crowd. And like what I think the band's going to be able to play the best and go for the best vibe with the crowd. You know, so it makes every show just a little bit different. And we never know how we're going to end the show. I mean, we never know if we're going to do an encore or we're going to play for a long period of time, or if, as the case happens a lot of times, if I'm going to get like pissed off and leave. Because something always happens at the end of a show for me for some reason. I don't know why. It's like the last song, something happens. You can see on the live MTV thing, it's like, you know, everything was pro except this monitor man that didn't have a clue of what was going on. And the crowd's hearing the show, everything's great. We're hearing spaceships land on stage, backwards echoes.
I was like, what's that?
Screaming feedback. You know, the drummer doesn't know Steven doesn't know what's going on. You know, finally I tried to nail the monitor man with my microphone, and my tour manager moved and I nailed him. So, but you can, you know, that was messy.
Yeah.
But it leaves for some excitement. People never know what's going to happen, you know, and they never know if I don't come back, it's like, Axl OD'd, or what happened.
And what you're about to see is, I'm sorry.
We didn't know. Okay?
It was supposed to
There was
be a
cameras, all kinds of things happening. It was an accident. Thank you.